Hi, I am Nature Guy X46 and this is the Natureverse 4.7. Today we are returning to an organism that I've already covered briefly back in 2023. My goal today is to talk more about the animal and less about it as a parasite, if we can. That may be hard to do since head lice, or head louse, is a parasite. I mean, let's face it, that is its whole existence. Their order is inserted here, which includes two groups of lice, the sucking lice, or Anopleura, and chewing lice, Malophaga. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I will put those into the description, or into the video. These animals tend to be very host-specific. So, you typically won't have bird lice feeding on humans, or head lice feeding on chickmunks. There are 3 species of lice that can live on the human body. They are head lice, body lice, and crab lice. Yes, head lice is an insect, and like all insects, they have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen, and they also have 6 legs. Now they are so dependent on us for their lives that they can only last a day without being on a host. They need our body heat to stay alive, and they also need, well, our blood. Head lice cannot be passed from our pets. They don't feed on them in any way. Head lice scientific name is here. The life cycle lasts only 30 to 35 days, and they go from eggs to nymphs to adults. And their eggs, we call them nits. Now, you should know that the adults are about the size of a sesame seed, so they're not very big. Females are larger than the males. The adults do not have wings, and they don't jump. So you might be thinking, well, if they don't jump or fly, how do they get around? The adults crawl using their hook-like claws. Now, females will mate and lay their eggs at the base of a hair. 1 week later, those eggs will hatch, and it'll take a few days before those nymphs actually become adults. A female will lay her first eggs 2 days after mating. She will lay 8 to 10 eggs per day. She can lay as much as 50 to 150 eggs in her lifetime. After 30 to 35 days, like all lice, she will die. Of course, head lice feed on blood. A louse that doesn't feed for 1 to 2 days is unalived. The good news is, head lice doesn't carry diseases like body lice does. I'm gonna sign off now because all of this talk about head lice is making my scalp itch. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.